as you know, the House of Representatives passed the HEROES Act, which is a great next step towards getting that second stimulus payment that we all need. However, in this video, we're going to look at reasons perhaps why we will get the second stimulus payment and reasons why we won't get it, why it will be shot down. So, without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Now, first thing I'm going to look at is the reasons why we will get a second stimulus payment. Now, a massive reason is because unemployment. The unemployment rate is the highest since the Great Depression. At the end of April, it was 14.7%, and throughout May, it's just increased. It's gone up more. We're waiting to see the statistics for the end of May, but you can be guaranteed that it's gone up quite substantially. And with more unemployment, people have no income. People, they need food, they need essentials, they need to pay for rent. So with a monthly stimulus check or even another stimulus check of some sort, this will help all them unemployed people get money for basic essentials. So this is a massive reason why there will be another stimulus payment. Another very important reason that there should be another stimulus package is if we look at our economy. Our gross domestic product, our GDP, has contracted in Q1 2020, quarter one, by 4.8%. Now, coronavirus did only really hit America in February, and the lockdown didn't really occur until mid-March. But the Budgetary Congressional Office have predicted that GDP will contract by an annual rate of 28% in the second quarter. Now, if we look at other economists have predicted that this could be up to 40, up to 50%. So a large scale stimulus package may be the best way to deal with a decline of that magnitude. Another reason why there may be another stimulus plan is because the fear of a housing collapse. We have millions of people who are unemployed. These unemployed people and even other people, they don't want to be purchasing a house now. There's a lot of uncertainty. The coronavirus has really slowed down the momentum that the housing market had. And we're now seeing the shutdown in full action. It's had such a dampening effect on the traditional spring buying season. A serious decline in the housing industry will only make matters worse for both employment and the economy. And simply put, the United States can just not afford another housing collapse. This is why a stimulus plan may help prevent the outcome of the housing collapse, or at least reduce it. Another very compelling reason we may see another stimulus package is because it's an election year, and any bill basically that proposes sweeping any substantial benefits to the vast majority of American voters in the months before an election is likely to garner more support, and more support means more votes. And a recent survey actually indicates that 74% of Democratic voters and 53% of Republicans voters support the stimulus package. Like on the if we look at this from a political front, the stimulus proposal naturally has more support from Democrats. But there's more than a slight chance some Republicans will cross the aisle and vote for the proposal. Expect at least some Republicans whose seats are in jeopardy to enter a yes vote, and this may be what helps a second stimulus package come true. Now we're going to look at reasons why a stimulus package may not progress. Now, a number one reason that will be used, I can guarantee you, that is the cost. We've already seen the CARES Act. The House of Representatives passed the HEROES Act. What about further down the line if COVID-19 has a second and a third wave? More stimulus packages will be required. And simply put, there's only so much that can be afforded. Now, you can keep increasing debt, but we've seen in the past what that does. We already have a massive credit card bill, and so put simply, America may not be able to afford it. So that's another solid reason why we may not see a second stimulus plan. Another reason that's gaining traction for not receiving a second stimulus package is inflation. This is being looked at by a lot of economists, and if you think of the theory behind it, if you put vast amount of money into the economy with no corresponding production attached to it, prices should rise. And if you do have a look, you're seeing that play out with higher food prices. Food prices have gone up around America, and we are seeing that. So that is an example of how a stimulus package can stimulate inflation within an economy. And it is a legitimate concern. Some people may think the opposite. They may think, oh no, the economy is shrinking, so inflationary measures, a stimulus package won't have such an impact. But in theory, it's whatever way you decipher, you think about it, and you analyse it, which will ultimately tell you if you think that inflation is a valid reason for not receiving a second stimulus plan. Now, another reason we may not see a second stimulus plan is because of Republican opposition. Because if we look at the second stimulus plan, it's mainly a brainchild of Democrats. And the Republicans have already looked at the trillions that have been doled out, and a lot of them are wondering that if the first stimulus plan doesn't help save the economy, what would a second stimulus plan, which if you look at the HEROES Act is a lot more expensive than the CARES Act, will this be like throwing money down the drain essentially? So that's where their evaluation is coming from, and potentially it could look like they put a block on a second stimulus package. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe for the upcoming Bitcoin giveaway competition, and stay tuned for more stimulus updates and stimulus talk. Take care now. Stay safe.